Good day, dear viewers and listeners. Today, Saturday, 16th May 2020, is the fifth episode of the program with the general theme, My Personal Concerns for Nigeria vis-a-vis COVID-19. And today's topic is centered on finance. Last Saturday, we focused on the topic self-mastery, and we noted that you can be the best in anything and in everything. But if you cannot control your impulses, you cannot go very far. Thus, self-mastery tries to put in check those impulses that tend to hold us back. Today's topic, finance, is an area that concerns everyone on the planet Earth. No system can function well without financial resources, that is, money. The religious men and women who take the vow of evangelical poverty still need money to function. St. Francis of Assisi, who rejected his royalty, his father's wealth, and even his rich inheritance, and chose the monastic life, still had to depend on the financial support of benefactors to be able to keep the monk and the monasteries. Jesus, the Lord, the Master himself, had a treasurer among the apostles, a treasurer who kept money for their daily expenses in the person of Judas. And apart from that, it's also on record in Luke chapter 8, verses 1 to 3, that there were a group of women that journeyed with Jesus and provided his personal needs from their own resources as well as the needs of the apostles. So what are we saying? That we can basically do nothing without financial resources. A lot of things will shut down in the world or would barely survive if there were no financial resources. The family, the school, the church, the government, name it. There are people who have remained unmarried, not because they don't have the desire, but because they lack the financial ability to do that. Perhaps you listening to me could be facing some kind of challenges and you have a lot of big dreams you want to achieve, but due to financial resources, you are not able to do so. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed the financial weaknesses of many nations and of many institutions. Just few days into the lockdown, many are already bankrupt. People are crying, people are broke. What happens if the situation is to last till December this year or even beyond? How is it going to be like? If within 2 months or less than that, we are already crying, lamenting that we are broke, what happens if it goes beyond the next 6 months? A lot of workers are not being paid anymore. People are losing their jobs. And I'm so sure that the post-COVID era is going to even be more complex than it is now, because a lot more people are going to lose their jobs. Those who are still on their jobs are either not being paid, and those who are being paid sometimes are not paid their full salaries. So we are really in for a real show. So for me, I see COVID-19 as a serious challenge as well as a blessing in disguise. Yes, it is indeed a serious adversity that has woken us up from our dogmatic slumber. That is, those who really want to be awake and to stay awake. Therefore, COVID-19 beckons on us to think outside the box. It tasks our creativity, our creative mind, that we must do something or we all perish. Talking about finance, vis-a-vis COVID-19 and vis-a-vis our present conditions. There are two things or two areas that need to be looked at. First is financial plans for short-term needs. And the second is financial plans for long-term needs. Now, financial plans for short-term needs have to do with what I can do here and now to be able to cater for my present needs, like feeding, recharging my phone, transportation from one place to another, minor medical bills, and other minor expenses. So the question is, what happens when you are not able to cater for these basic needs? I can think of a family man with kids all at home who is not certain of the next meal. How are you going to handle that situation? That is my concern. How do we raise finance? How do you raise finance to be able to cater for the present needs, short-term needs? And then we'll talk about the long-term needs that has to do with investing for the future. So those who had these plans, for instance, those who had plans for long-term needs, I'm sure a lot of them will not really suffer what many of us are suffering today, because we never dreamt of this. We never expected this. Even those who are professional prophets who give us prophecies every December 31st, I'm sure none of them saw this coming. So we are just all caught in this web. But the question is, are you going to dwell in the situation and die silently without doing something? No, you've got to do something in the immediate. So the question is, what can you do? What can I do at least to be able to cater for my basic financial needs here and now before we can talk about the long-term investment? Dear listener, today is basically to introduce this topic and to get you thinking and planning about it. From next Saturday, we shall be focusing on short-term plans or financial plans for short-term needs. That is the way we can all manage the present situation until the storms of destruction pass by. And I guarantee you from next Saturday, as we shall be dwelling upon this area, this first area, financial plans for short-term needs, I guarantee you that it's going to be very engaging and it's going to be very interesting. So God bless you. See you next Saturday for this all-important discussion on financial plans for the short term. I am Father Celestin Eze, wishing you well. Goodbye.